Jean here. Hey, y'all remember Pamela Anderson, right? Yeah, and how she's showing now the no makeup look, and she looks so, well, I don't know. I tell you, when I look at her, after seeing her all those years with such extreme makeup and, you know, everything, she looks, well, she's naturally blonde. So there are no real eyebrows and lashes and all that of any color. We have lashes and brows, but there's no color. And of course, in this world, you always want what you don't have. So as natural blondes, a lot of us have been like, oh, the exotic beauty of the dark-eyed, brown-eyed girl with the straight hair instead of this fuzzy haystack we always had, you know. And but isn't it wonderful to approach 70s, your 70th, you know, year and beyond, and look at yourself without all that and say, you know, this is good. This almost feels like I'm a child again when I didn't wear makeup. I feel clean. Now, this isn't to say I'm not going to put it all on to go to something, a concert or a play, whatever. But for everyday wear, I'm enjoying no makeup. And I mean, I do have on a little bit of lipstick, and I have on, and I did, you know, my little lip to cheek thing, but absolutely nothing else. I do have some powder I might use sometimes, you know, like a little dusting. But for now, this is it. But anyway, this is an art video. But I just wanted to say that. It's kind of fun to be natural. All right, so, and of course my hair is natural right now, obviously. Nothing done to it. In this little bag, I have powdered paint pigment. Okay, beautiful powdered paint. This is called Deep Elderberry. Okay, so these are all powdered paints. These are China paints. What are China paints? China paint is a particular pigment of paint in a powder form that you mix with divine oils, and you mix up a paint. You mix up the paint, and then you paint on china. And the reason it's different is because when you paint a piece of china, you paint it in layers, kind of like watercolor, but it's different. It's a lot different. So you have this white palette here, and I picked this little gem up at a thrift store, and I'm going to paint it. Now, once you put your first layer on of china paint, you must go and have it fired. And you know, if you don't own a kiln yourself, then you'll have to go out and get it fired, which I found someone right here in town that will fire this for me. Now, when I went over there, you see, my mother had taught me china painting when I was really young, like, I don't know, maybe 17 or something like that. Okay, she did beautiful work. In fact, I want to show you something she did. Violet, and it is beautiful. Okay, this is why I'm so excited about this. It just reminds me of when I was with her and the good times, you know. All right, so let me put this down and show you this lovely piece that she did. Look at this. You see? She takes it from the plain white, and we call it just china. We call it blank. A blank. Now this one happens to be trimmed in gold, which I love, and I would have done that anyway. But I'm going, now after all these years, I'm going to attempt to paint on some china. And I'm not going to do it in this episode. I want to show you now about the china paints. And then when I do start to paint this, I will come back with the camera and I'll share it with you. But anyway, I wanted to show you the system. It's so fun. So we have the brush cleaner. I'll put that over there. Okay, so this is an oil. It's just My mother used anise oil, so the whole house would smell like anise. Oh, it was fabulous. And I'm going to try to find some. However, this was given to me when I went over to, I had asked online on Facebook, where can I find a China painter that can help me find my supplies again? Because my mother bought all this for me many years ago, and of course we used it up and it's all gone. But so I was directed to this lovely woman. She has a beautiful website. Her name is Deborah McInvale, and she's a fantastic painter. So I went over to meet her just to see if she would fire my stuff for me, my plates and I want to do a few things. So she said absolutely. So I went over and I told her I didn't have anything at all anymore, but I was going to buy some supplies. I just need to find them. They're not easy to find. I mean, it's not like there's no art store around with it, that's for sure. So she gave me the oil to mix the paints. She gave me these paints in all different colors, and like blood red, Dresden blue, all this. And I bought some brushes from her, and this is the palette. It's so fun. So you have to, it's a metal palette, and inside is glass, and you take this glass out, and then you mark your paper underneath of what colors these are. But I've covered mine all up. But anyway, that's the palette. So I have here, I have some reds and pinks. I have blues. I have greens, a nice brown green. I have a black that I haven't mixed yet. And I have these shades of yellow and a gold, like a goldenrod. So I think I can safely start painting this piece of china. And these smell so good. I used a little geranium oil. I have essential oils. So that is my palette. Now let me show you the little brushes, because that's important. First, you have to have a palette knife, because what you're doing is you're pouring out this powder on here and you're mixing it. Actually, what I need is a tile, which I will pick up today, so that I can mix my paint the way I really want it on a little piece of tile that you keep with you during these painting sessions, so that, and then you can just wipe it off, but you can work with each color. So you have a little palette knife, which I need a new one. This one has a little bend in the end. I'm not crazy about it. Then you have these little soft sable brushes. I don't know if you can see that. Put it up against here. Yeah, it's just a little soft brush. Think of making rose petals with this, hopefully. I'm not a good flower painter anyway, but this is really exciting. Okay, let me get this other brush out of here, because I want you to see this. Look how fine this little brush is. Isn't that something? It's just a fine brush. So I bought a couple of these, a little bitty, this is called a baby rose brush. So if you're making little tiny roses or violets or something, you can use this. Let's see. Here is another brush that's very fine. Oh, it's teeny tiny. Look at that. Let me put it right like that. Can you see that? It's so, that is for little tiny thorns on roses and stems, things like that. And it's in a little protective sheath. Oops. So what I did was I would take this little pipette, and I had some from my China painting, and I just dipped in and pulled up some oil, and then I forgot about the tile, so I was trying to mix within this tray, which was fine. But I put a little oil on here, and then I sprinkled some of that powder into the oil, and then you take your palette knife and you just go back and forth until you mix it up. So it's a little ritual. But you know something, my grandparents lived in Japan and everything is such a beautiful ritual there. And so I kind of remember eating breakfast out of egg cups, soft-boiled egg, and having tea out of teapots and things. And it's, you know, and so these china paints and beautiful pieces of china so remind me of a quiet and respectful time. It's the Japanese seem to be so respectful of everything that is done. There's a friend of mine who's been in Japan for quite a while, and she and her husband have been there several months, and they've written on Facebook a whole list of what's the traditions in Japan, just everyday stuff that everybody does. Like, for instance, there is no yelling across a parking lot at someone like, hi, hi, none of that. That's traditionally not done. Everything is much more, there's no eating while walking. That's a no-no. You don't just eat your French fries while you're walking down the road or something like that. Let's see, what else was there? You never see trash bins anywhere. I don't know how they manage that, but you don't see overflowing trash bins anywhere like that. So there are just so many, and it reminded me so much of my grandparents. And then here I am, you know, thinking of my mother and these beautiful china pieces, and I want to just extend that into my life right now. And of course, painting china connects you with a worldwide group of people that are painting china, and it's wonderful on Facebook. So that's a whole new community, which they're so helpful, because of course, who wouldn't want to encourage another artist, especially in china painting, because it's such a specialized market. And of course, at my age, I'm not doing this to become a famous, you know, china painter to make a fortune. In fact, I don't even know how if I can even make it work right now, but I'm just so happy to try it out. So that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to show you what I'm getting into, my little china painting setup. I'm not even in my art room, I'm in my kitchen, because it seems like I just have so much other stuff up there. I wanted a more specialized place for my china painting. So as I progress through this, I will show you how I come along with the actual painting. But first I need to try some before I actually show you. All right. So this is Jeannie Robertson Art. Thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe, and come back to see my next china painting. Bye.